girl was stealing food from the cafeteria. When two classmates caught her, they stared at her with mocking eyes. She stood frozen, unable to speak. After they left, she quietly picked up the fallen food from the floor. She hated doing something so humiliating, but she had no choice. Without this food, she and her younger sister would have nothing to eat for dinner. Besides struggling for daily meals, Ye also couldn't afford any study materials. When she accidentally found a textbook someone had thrown away, she treasured it for days. Little did she know, her deskmate Luo Yi had intentionally left it there for her. The boy had feelings for her but didn't know how to express them, so he chose this method to help while preserving her dignity. Life was incredibly hard for Ye. After her father disappeared escaping debts, only she and her young sister were left to fend for themselves. Between attending school and working endless part-time jobs, they still lived in deep poverty. What hurt most was seeing how understanding her little sister had become, always claiming she wasn't hungry and that she didn't really want to go to summer camp. Each time she heard these words, Ye felt her heart break. She desperately needed money. Then she remembered the offer Luo Yi had made earlier. Though he was the top student beloved by all teachers and classmates, he could never surpass Ye in math scores. He had once asked which tutoring center she attended, but then immediately realized his thoughtless mistake. When he noticed the worn-out socks she'd been wearing for weeks, seeing her financial situation, he made her a proposition.
돈 필요하지 않아?
If she would deliberately answer a few questions wrong on the math exam, he would pay her a substantial amount. After much internal conflict between pride and necessity, Ye finally accepted the arrangement. When Luo Yi nervously handed her the money after the exam, a classmate happened to witness the exchange. "Are you two holding hands secretly?" the classmate exclaimed loudly. Though it was just a misunderstanding, the moment filled Ye with dread. With Luo Yi's continued support, Ye's living situation gradually improved. She managed to pay the overdue rent, registered her sister for the summer camp program, and felt genuinely grateful toward this boy who kept finding ways to help her. Slowly, she found herself developing feelings for him too. Yet when Luo Yi finally confessed his affection, she still turned him down. Her focus remained solely on her studies. She believed only through entering university could she ever hope for a normal future like other people. The man just waved his cloak, and the villain vanished. The girl he saved stared at him, too scared to speak, afraid she might disappear next. Seeing he meant no harm, she asked why he showed up.
도와달라고 외쳤었잖아.
They weren't exactly close. His answer sounded like smooth adult talk to her. Then she worried about the missing bad guy. That man was her boss. He gave her free meals from the restaurant, even advanced her salary. She thought she'd met a kind adult, but then he showed his true colors. The creep deserved it, but if he really vanished, this man would get in trouble. She didn't want him punished, but he didn't seem to care. It reminded her of her irresponsible father. Annoyed, she told him to find a real job. Instead of fooling people with magic tricks, she turned to leave, but then he said those familiar words again.
당신 마술을 믿습니까?
It was the same line from a few nights ago. That evening, she was holding 50,000 won from her part-time job. Suddenly, a weird wind blew the money away. The more she chased it, the faster it flew, until she reached an abandoned amusement park. There, she met this man for the first time. He said something confusing then too. She assumed her money was stolen by a crazy person. The next day in class, she couldn't stop thinking about that 50,000 won. Just then, she spotted a bill on the floor, and secretly picked it up. She didn't know. Her classmates had planted it there to test her. Hearing their mocking words, she felt humiliated and angry. That night, she returned to the amusement park, determined to get her money back.